Arnold, first of all, welcome back.
Thank you.
I've got to say, you've played all these sci-fi action heroes, military action heroes. There's a real John Wayne quality about this role. Was that the drawing, what drew you to him?
I didn't think so much of John Wayne. I was thinking just about that it has to be played the right way. Playing this sheriff that has the experience of the top military or law enforcement guy. He was in the SWAT team in Los Angeles. He has been on many missions, but the guy has had his injuries. He has been shot many times. He has been wounded, and he's now at an age where he ought to just go back to his hometown and become sheriff of this little town called Summerton, where the most dangerous thing is to rescue a cat off a tree. So he's stuck in that place, and everything is dandy and fine, except all of a sudden there is this 20 of the most violent mercenaries descending on his town. With a drug criminal, with a drug lord that is about to escape to Mexico. So things all of a sudden turn upside down, and he's faced with that.
You're used to dealing with stunts, clearly. But here you are with that monster of a gun shooting off with a legend.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
That was, I guess you're referring to the scene in the back of the bus. And
Oh, yeah.
I was there as an actor and as a fan, between takes. I was cheering, So it was just a dream come true to get to make a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then to get to shoot it out with them, with the bad guys. It can't get any better.
As someone who's done all these action films, what do you see where action is going, and with these guys and him as an action? What brought you to them?
That the movies that have some comic relief, and that have people in that are humorous and funny, even in the most intense action movie, that is very important to have that comic relief. I mean, I remember with True Lies, Tom Arnold. I mean, he made people laugh. So you could have the biggest chase scene and the biggest action, the biggest shootout. So when you have that, then you have it all. And so we try to do that in this movie. We try to have, to have the chases and to have the action and the battles and the stunts and all of those things. But we also wanted to have great emotional kind of a roller coaster, a good storytelling of each of the characters, and also to make people laugh. That was very important. And so Johnny was really responsible for that. I knew right away that we are on to the right guy when I, for instance, heard my kids' response. My kids loved the idea that I'm going to work with John in Knoxville, and they came to the set and they were hanging out with him and asking him 100 questions. They were so enthusiastic. So that's the audience you want to go after. Remember, most of the movie audience are kids, between 10 and 20. When you're 25, you're considered as a movie audience already old. Or middle-aged, so it's one of those wild things. But he entertains young kids and also older folks, so he's good for everybody.
This is the worst. Give me your hand.
Okay.
Oh, nice to meet you. You're really? I'm sorry. What is that? Dead fish?
It is dead fish.
I hate that. It's the weirdest thing when the big buff guys do it to you. You're like.
Do you want to say your full name, please?
Sure, it's Jimmy O. James Oster at JoBlo.com.
What?
JoBlo. It is not what you think it is.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't.
Yes.
Way to go there. I wasn't even going to go there, but okay.
People do. People will be
People
like,
do.
it's JoBlo. Oh, what does that mean?
Yeah.
JoBlo, schmo,
Schmo.
Exactly. See, you know this.
I get it.
First off, you kind of kick some ass in this film.
Yeah.
And how much fun was that?
It was so much fun. It's like I do that every day, but to get paid for it, I was like, all right, that's great. I'm gonna do that for a living. No, it was a lot of fun. I trained really hard for it. I made sure that I actually trained with an LAPD officer, so that way I knew how to portray a law enforcement agent correctly and do them justice, because they work so hard. I had no idea there were so many things to take in consideration. You don't just pick up a gun. Your left hand goes to your stomach, your right hand goes on your holster. You bring it into your stomach, out in a straight line, and then you lift up. I didn't know that.
Why? What is that? Is it like
because
safety,
you keep yourself blocked, and it's also, I believe, you don't. It's just a calm way of doing it, so you don't misfire as well.
Oh.
You open up an arm like this, you're going to get shot. So and a lot of people see it. This is just a very quick, standard way of doing things. It was really interesting. I just learned so much that I had no idea that those people go through on a daily basis.
So you don't do what they did in like the Ed Wood movies, where you're going, well, let me see with the gun, you know.
Excuse me,
what
my
are you
hair's
talking-
in my face.
Yeah,
Let me move that out of the way. No, absolutely not.
How much training? How long did you train for that?
I trained every morning. The thing is, I got the offer 9 days before they started shooting. So
Oh
I
my
didn't have a
God.
lot of time. So I made sure every morning that I would meet with this officer, who was actually one of our stunt coordinators, and I would go over basic things with him. It's really hard to unhook a holster, grab it, and not look at it, and at the same time, aim correctly. And I kept looking down at it, and he said, you can't look at it. You look at it, you take your eye off of the suspicious activity or the suspect. And so I said, okay. So I kept drilling every morning, and then it just became second nature.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're working with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And that.
Yeah.
P.S. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What was it? What was the camaraderie? I mean, what I liked about the film is there was this kind of real camaraderie
Yes.
between those characters. What was that like? Was it easy to find, or?
It was surprisingly easy to find. It really was. We actually ended up, all of us on Sunday nights, sometimes would make Korean food with the director, sit down and have a nice dinner. A lot of times, we were shooting in a small town. Most of us were staying in Albuquerque at the time, and we would just call each other and say, hey, you guys want to go across to that Italian restaurant? And none of us were sick of each other, which was really interesting. Usually I'd be like, no, go away. I'm just kidding. But that's luckily I've been involved in projects that happens. That's what we do on Thor as well.
Mm-hmm.
We all hang out and enjoy each other. And it was great because now in the film you see that. And you see how much each of us cares for each other,
I think it reads really well, and it's fun to see that in this type of film. There's a surprising. You actually care.
Yes.
When you're seeing these people get shot at, you actually kind of give a shit.
Yeah.
Which is unusual for
Very
a lot of
unusual.
action films.
I know.
And you're gonna be back in Thor. We're so excited.
Thank you.
Has that changed your life at all? I mean, doing these.
Yeah. It's definitely helped me find my niche, which is action films, and I enjoy them very much. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, well, what's a dream role for you? What would you like to do that's something you haven't done before? And really, right now, I'm enjoying action films. That's what I want to do. So I've been lucky that my career has taken me down that path.
If they do the female Expendables, you should be there.
Oh,
That's
heck
all
yeah.
I'm saying.
I'm totally there.
Well, it was a pleasure.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you.